It's Mario Lloyd, also known as Real Estate Guru PK, with the Realist Podcast. On the Realist Podcast, we talk about how to make a dollar, how to keep a dollar, and we touch on hot topics. We're launching my Patreon with my whole real estate portfolio, and you're also going to get the podcast before it goes out on all the platforms. You can find me on Instagram at Real Estate Guru PK. You can find me on YouTube at Real Estate Guru PK. And you can find my podcast on Instagram, The Realist Podcast. How y'all doing? We got a special guest.
Christina.
We got Christina J. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. You just got back from Detroit?
Yes, I did. I was home. I miss it. I do, but I don't miss that cold weather right
What you like better? You like Detroit or Houston?
That's hard. So, I mean, I've been living out in Houston for 3 years, and I love the people down here, but there's nothing like home. And I feel like everybody feels like that about their hometown almost. And I miss the people back home. It's like when I go back home, it's just everything is just so set up. Like I don't have to think, my family there. So I miss that aspect. I would have to say I like Detroit more.
What if your family moved to Houston? Would you feel better?
I think so. I think I would feel better, but I like the culture that Detroit has. I think that's more so what it is.
What's special about Detroit's culture?
We some hustlers. Like, I don't know. Like, something about being back there, I just always feel so motivated. And, like, granted, I don't live in the city anymore. I live in the suburbs. But when I am there, I just always feel so motivated. Like, everybody there is working hard. Everybody's dedicated. I love that. So,
okay.
Yeah.
You like the food down here or like the food better over there?
So, I love Detroit food, but I like the food in Houston. I'm not going to lie. Like, when I first came down here, I gained about a good 15 pounds.
15 pounds? Wow.
Yeah. Why you say it like
That's
that?
a lot of weight.
I mean, but I was an athlete, so gaining that, like, I was able to lose it real easily. Yeah. But it was just like that food was calling my name. I was eating everything. So, yeah.
So what? y'all got like Devil's Night out there, right?
What is it?
Devil's Night.
Devil's Night?
Y'all got like D12. They said they got like Devil's Night out there.
Oh, yeah. I heard something about that, but you know,
it's like during Halloween or after Halloween.
I think that was so long ago.
So y'all don't do that no more?
I don't know what other people do, but I don't partake in that. But
that's a real thing though, right?
I mean, it was definitely something known like back in the day when, you know, you would go like trick-or-treating. Your mom would tell you to be super careful. But now I don't really hear about that anymore.
Oh, for real? So y'all stop?
Oh, you talking about y'all. Don't put me in that.
No, that's what I heard. Like, when Detroit was hot, they would talk about Devil's Night.
Yeah.
Like Slim, like Eminem and
right.
all them Bizarre and Proof and everybody.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm asking.
Yeah. So I mean, it is a thing, but I don't know exactly. Like, I've never partaken in it, so I can't speak on it and say like what happened or what does happen or what doesn't. But I've definitely heard of it. Yes.
Okay, that's cool. So y'all finna go all the way this year?
Oh, listen, we Lions all the way. Lions to the Super Bowl. Y'all hearing it here first. Let me stop. But I really am just so proud of the city in general. Like, it's so nice to see a team just doing well. I mean, it's been a long time, really a long time. So
you gonna put money on it or you?
So this is my first year betting.
Oh, so you are betting? Okay.
I am. I bet it for us to win. Now, I didn't put a whole lot of money down. I'm one of them scared bettors. Like, I'm not about to put more than $50.
Oh, you put? That's not.
I mean, but it's to win like 1,000.
You gotta put 100 in at least.
100?
Yeah.
How much you think I could win if I put 100?
What's the bet? Is y'all going to the Super Bowl? Y'all going to the Super Bowl and y'all winning?
Going to the Super Bowl and winning.
I mean, 100 is not like a lot of money. You'll be fine.
I know, but it's just something
so the pot is $1,000.
Yeah.
I'll put 100 up.
The thing is like it's just something about like betting and losing my money. because I bet $5 and that really like hurt me.
So you one of those?
Yes.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's why I would know I would never go to the casino and just like crash out. Like, no, I know my limits. Cause I'd be like, I'm wasting my money. Like, why am I just throwing money away? You be sport betting?
Do I do sport betting? Nah. I'm really obsessive. Like everything I do, I'm like all in, and I'm just constantly thinking about it.
Okay.
So if I started betting, I would go broke, just putting all my money in it. Especially like in basketball. That's like my favorite sport. So.
Well, that's good that you know that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like some people don't know that. Like they know that they're that type of person, but they'll keep going and going. You got to know your limits, especially when it comes to gambling, because those systems are designed for us.
For you to lose, yeah.
So, and this was my first year ever going to the casino, and my first time in Vegas.
So you went to Vegas?
Mm-hmm.
Did you win it or you lost?
I actually won.
How much you won?
$600.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, actually, wait. No, my first time going to the casino was in December, but first time in Vegas, I won $600.
$600?
Yeah.
That's not bad. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be doing pretty good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You gonna do it again or are you done?
I did it again. I went. Well, Detroit we have 3 casinos there, so I always go to MGM, and I went there a couple weeks ago, and I played blackjack, and I won $500 on that, but I only bet like $25. Kept betting 25, so but that's as far as I'll take it. I'm not going past like 50.
That's a nice little chunk of change.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's talk about your businesses.
Okay.
So you got Turo.
So.
Oh, you stopped?
I stopped. I know.
What happened? What was like the last straw where you was like, oh, I'm done?
So honestly, it's kind of an ongoing thing right now, but I got another BMW, and that car has just constantly been in the shop. Like we've had issues with it ever since we bought it. And someone, one of my cars was sold. I sold one of them, and then I ended up totaling one of the cars.
You totaled it or they totaled it?
Someone that I know totaled.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow. So you let a friend drive it?
It was a relative. It was a relative. Yeah. It was a relative. Damn. But I mean, it wasn't a bad situation. It was like my mom. So
it's your mom.
Yeah, like I'm not tripping on that at all. And honestly, it wasn't her fault at all. It was not her fault. So
she okay?
Yeah, she good. She good. So after that, I was kind of just like at a point where, all right, I'm just kind of done. And then it was also the return that I wasn't seeing as much of a return on my investments as I would like. You would make 1,000 here and there, but back when I first started, you can make a couple thousand. But I think that
Oh, that's hard.
A month. But now that market, because I was bringing in probably like 35,000. I brought in 1 year like 30K. But that market now is really saturated.
Yeah.
So, and even I'm in a like Turo group chat on Facebook, and you'll see people in there all the time just talking about like how they're ready to get off of the platform. Not to speak down on it, I think it's a good platform to still use and utilize if you know how to, or if you have a good car like a 12-passenger van or a larger vehicle that can bring in more money. But if you're doing like the smaller day-to-day cars, it is a little bit tough right now.
Okay.
And rental cars, like actual rental car companies, you can rent a car for like $40 now a day. So you have to not only compete with Turo, but you also have to compete with rental car companies as well.
Yeah, people are renting them out on a rental car, and then they Ubering all day.
Right. They have that option now, and I think Lyft just joined in on that as well. So, you're just it's a lot of different avenues of competition, and I'm not saying don't do it, like because there's people out there still doing Turo and doing well. It's just for me personally, that was my experience with it. And I'm just at that point where I'm like moving into something else.
Okay, so what you moving into?
A couple different things, but right now my main focus has been my nonprofit. and also real estate investing and Airbnb.
Airbnb, okay.
hmm So that's been going really well for me. I really love Airbnb, rental market, investing into real estate, fixes and flips, stuff like that. So
So you been flipping?
yes.
What side of town?
So the best side of town, I would say right now to do a flip and fix would be with the west side,
So,
the west side of Detroit.
oh, Detroit.
Yes.
Oh, they said you. I
Yeah.
was like, hold on, what's the west
Are
side?
you talking about in Houston? No.
Oh,
West side of Detroit.
so you flip in Detroit?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And flipping land too.
Okay. Oh, so you
Yeah.
buying and then
hmm
you putting it right back on the market, or you finding another investor to sell it to?
So there's a couple ways that you can do it, but there's these private investor group chats or lists that go out, and you can list your land on there. It's a lot harder now in Detroit to find land that is privately owned. So
Mm-hmm.
people want to buy from privately owned because it's easier to negotiate. So if I purchase a piece of land and I know that it's really scarce right now to find privately owned land, I can list mine at like 2,000 or 3,000 more, and then easily just sell it for that. So yeah. Um, and also you can list it back on the market within like a month. Or you can hold it for a year if you notice that it's like a new development area or they're doing a lot of work. It might be worth $10,000 to $20,000. Mm-hmm.
So the
Why not?
so how many flips you did? How many flips you did so far?
So right now only 2.
Okay.
And then I also have a piece of land that's on a lake. So
Oh, for real? How much you selling that for?
I'm not selling that one. I'm gonna hold that.
Oh, you holding that
Yeah,
one?
I'm gonna hold that one.
Is there like a timetable how long you gonna hold it for?
No, I mean,
Or you wanna build on it later on and then that'll
I
be
think
like
yeah, I
okay.
think for that one I would want to build like a nice home, but um I really don't talk about it too much cuz I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it yet. I kind of got to sit on it and think, but when it comes to smaller pieces of land, I'm talking like maybe 2,500 square feet of land. You can just sell those. That's like what I have up there is like an acre.
It's an acre?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, on the lake.
Yes.
Ooh,
On the lake.
okay. Congratulations.
Yeah.
How much you got that for?
So it was actually passed down to me.
Oh, okay, that's
So
cool.
passed down. But so I thank God for that really. But how we came across that was a blessing. But that's why I don't talk about it a lot because I really don't know what I'm gonna do with that.
Okay.
But as far as anything purchasing, it hasn't been that big. It's been like 2,500 square feet. Right now, actually, literally today, I'm working on purchasing something, and I plan to hold that for about a year.
And that's all in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been looking in Houston?
I do have something in Houston. So I actually purchased my first home last year. I bought a new construction, and that's kind of been a just like a home for me. So I've been enjoying that space and deciding. I just came up on a year, so I'm deciding if I want to hold it or sell it. But
So the equity rose,
yeah,
how much?
about 50.
50,000?
Yeah,
What side of town was it on?
north side.
Where?
It's kind of close to. Do you know where Airline Drive is?
Yeah, I know Airline.
It's like kind of close to that area.
Okay.
Yeah. So pretty much from what I've heard, the plans are to expand the heights. So
Okay.
like they're moving from heights to upper heights and then
to Fifth Ward.
to like kind of Fifth Ward. They're doing a lot of work up there too, but they're trying to expand the heights. Like now you have Independence Heights, and then on the right side of it is the northeast side, and that's where they're doing a lot of work too.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, they are.
yeah. So definitely, if you can get you a new construction, I recommend that because you can literally just become a millionaire off of that alone. Like
it depends on the area though. That's
depends on the
a big
area.
factor.
That is a big factor.
Okay.
Absolutely. And you have to do your research because you may, buy a new construction and it may not develop for years. So that's important to take note of. finding like fast developed areas or fast developing areas is the best way to invest in new construction.
What made you want to do that?
Honestly, I just woke up one day and I was like,
You was in an apartment?
I was in
Okay.
an apartment and I'm like, I just need to get a house. Like, I always wanted to purchase my first home at 26, like before I turned 27. So I was like, I'm going to make sure I buy my first home. And I'll decide if I want to hold it or sell it, but at least I have something in my name. Because truthfully, a lot of these properties are owned now by banks. It's really hard to get
That's
your
true.
own property. They want to make it into a renter's market, which is fine. I mean, but it's always good to have something in your name.
That's true.
Yeah.
So so you're gonna sell the property, like that's set in stone.
Yes, I do plan. I just recently put a tenant in there, so we're just discussing that. But depending on my circumstances, I may consider selling by the end of this year.
Okay. So what you plan on getting another house somewhere else after that? Like what side of town?
See, you always ask the good questions. You ask the good questions because people need to know. But if possible, I want to get a home close to downtown, like Edo.
Downtown? Okay.
Yeah, Edo area.
Edo, okay.
That's
Like close to University of Houston downtown?
Yes.
Like right there? Okay.
Kind of, is it McCullen or what is it? Cullen?
I forgot.
It's one of those.
I got a house right there too, so I know where you're
so
talking
you
about.
probably know. Oh, where's your house at?
It was 77009.
Okay.
It was like right there.
Oh yeah.
Like right there with like these condos was. I got a house over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so but that's a nice area.
Yeah, they're really
fixing it up.
Fixing that area. So
Houston's about to be crazy in the next 5 years.
And aren't they bringing a soccer game here? Or is it the Olympics? One of them.
They're trying to get the Olympics here. Okay. They're trying to get it like in 2020. I want to say 6 or 8. Like an even number.
I think it's FIFA. 8? FIFA's coming here in 2026.
Oh, for real? Okay.
That's the
They're trying to get the Olympics here too.
Yeah, I heard about that. So definitely, if you have an Airbnb, that's gonna go crazy. So yeah, I was looking into that. But once that's gonna bring more attraction. People are gonna see Houston. They're gonna like it. They're gonna want to move. On average, it's about 300 people moving to Houston every day. So it's a lot of people coming for sure.
Back to the flip. So how much you made on your flips in Detroit?
Just a couple thousand. Not that much. Not that much.
Like $2,000?
Yeah, like one of them I made $3,000.
So you're like wholesaling them. You're not fixing up and you're buying it and then you're selling, like you're flipping the paper basically.
Yes.
Okay, I understand.
So we had a property on the east side of Detroit. We originally had bought it for 19 and then we resold it for I think 40. So it's easy to make, a good profit. But when you find areas that people are buying in, you can resell them and let them deal with the whole fixing up process. On that home specifically, we did put money into and we fixed it up. But in general, that you don't have to do that all the time. You can find a nice home and just resell it as is and be like, sell it for $5,000 to $10,000 more. So yeah.
You say we, that's like you and your family? That's like...
Yeah. Mostly like my mom and I. So we do a lot of business together. I think it's good to do business with someone that you trust.
Yeah, I just want to say that.
Because it's hard. I mean, it is hard. Like, it's hard.
So have you tried doing business with friends and it like failed?
I wouldn't. Yes. One instance, I had a friend. We were doing a kind of an Airbnb together, and that's just another
long story.
It's a long story, and I don't want to get into that. But you're always gonna have to take risks, and going into business, you want to make sure that your business partner is okay with those risks because something can happen, and somebody's gonna have to help or come up with those funds. And if both of y'all are not in a place to do that, then y'all shouldn't be going into business
That's
together,
true.
because that eliminates a lot of issues. It eliminates people getting upset with each other, and you just good, rather than you could have just did it by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And there was definitely a situation that I found myself in that, but you know, we all know
When did you figure that out?
within the last like 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, I think, is that the last time I was
I think
here?
it's
It was
been
been
it's
2
been a
years.
while. Yeah.
Yeah. So I tried, but I think where I am right now, there's only one person that I would do business with outside of my mom right now.
Who's that?
And that's Raven.
Okay.
Yeah, we already do little business stuff together. I think I told you about her before.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom. So I do a lot of business with my mom already. And then I do have businesses right now. It's a woman-owned business started by 4 women, but that's kind of in the works. So yeah,
What's that?
it's called For the Love Of. Started
Okay.
by 4 women, but we're basically gonna go around and do women empowerment brunches in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of inspiring women, dropping good knowledge, and teaching them about etiquette in the workplace or resume building, things to do in corporate America, or if you want to be an entrepreneur. So
Y'all gonna charge us come or is it free?
so it depends. We kind of we kind of working on that right now. I think anything of good value does come with a price.
Yeah.
And we're just kind of working on that.
So how much? Like $100 a seat?
What would you pay?
I'll pay 50. I'll pay 50.
50?
I'll pay 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think that's bad. I think it just depends on what all we're bringing, and that's what we're kind of trying to figure out now. So that will be coming soon.
Y'all can provide food?
Yeah, we gonna be providing food. We can't be saying this is a brunch and everybody there hungry. They're gonna be like, we're never coming back.
I mean, you could do it like at a restaurant. They just buy their own food.
Yeah, that's true. I would feel bad though. I'd be like,
why? People do that all the time.
Yeah. I don't know. We're gonna think about it. We're gonna see how we want to do it. But that one is supposed to be coming out in April. So, and that's in collaboration with the networking panel that I'm on. It's called The Collective.
The Collective?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So so where you see yourself in 5 years?
You know, you asked me this question last time.
It's been 2 years.
It's been 2 years.
So okay, where you see yourself in 3 years?
In 3? Okay.
Yeah.
I still see myself definitely as a millionaire for sure.
Would you ever get a job?
Oh, I work a job right now.
Oh, you work a job right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in sales and I love what I do. I think sometimes, and you know, I try to word this in the right way because I don't want it to come off wrong, but people don't realize that a job provides so much value. And I feel like it shaped me so much because I get in rooms with people that are already where I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm learning like how they operate, their etiquette, what they talk about, or even just working a job and taking the value of how do they structure their business. Because sometimes, you know, people will get in business and they won't even know how to do their finances. And those are the things that I'm working on. And so that's really helping me with my business as well, because I take that value from that and I use that. And I also can use the money that I make from my job to invest in my business or invest in the things that I want. So, yeah. Don't be, you know, afraid to start or work a job. And even 2 years ago, I think I said I was working a job then. I'm still in school. There's a lot of things that I'm doing to make sure that I'm always constantly learning and I'm always being able to evolve. And working a job definitely helps me to do that.
Okay, that's cool. You see yourself married in 3 years?
Married in 3 years?
Yeah.
So I don't like to, I think I used to want to put a time limit on it, but I'm in a space right now where I am just so focused on like what I need to do. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's true. Like,
Mm-hmm.
when you're a businesswoman, there's a lot of things coming at you. It's a lot of different people, and you have to be in the right state of mind. And I feel like once I'm at a place where I've done enough and I've accomplished enough, then I'll be ready to let somebody come in and be like,
You 27?
I'm 26.
Oh, 20. I thought you said your birthday just came.
No. I'm 26, but I'm turning 27 this year.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Okay, that's
coming
cool.
up. Yeah.
Let me ask you this: if you had a boy, what would you tell your little boy about? What would you tell your boy about women?
Like my son.
Your son.
Well, first, I would tell him that, to remember to number one is to treat people however you want to be treated, and that women are like flowers.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be delicate with women, and I'm not going to be that mom that's going to condone like her son just doing anything. Like, I'm not. I'm going to be pretty straightforward, and I'm going to be honest. Like, if my son is doing something that he's not supposed to be doing, I'm going to make that known, and if he's doing a good job, I'm going to make that known too. So I would just give them advice and to be like, keep your head on straight, focus on what you need to get done, and do not try to put yourself in situations that you can't handle. And I think sometimes men and women do that a lot. They put themselves in situations when they know that whatever they have going on in like in their own life, they're not ready and they don't have that together. So then they try to get into a relationship, put all of that together, and then it ends up just not working out. And they'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
why? Well, you don't have your stuff together in your own life. So how do you expect to come into the life with somebody else and just try to make that work? You got to at least halfway have it together. It's
Mm-hmm.
two halves of people makes a whole.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's really supposed to be one whole person coming together. That's how you really elevate. But it don't always work out that way.
How would you feel if you found out your son, like, say he 18, 19 years old? How would you feel if you found out he was taking his girlfriend like on like $400 dates every weekend?
Wait, wait, say that again? Okay, so
It was it was like a viral video, right?
okay,
And it was like two Caucasian couples.
okay.
Like he was like 18, she was like 17,
Hmm.
and they asked them both like, "Hey, how much money you got?" And he's like proud. He's like, "Hey, I got $1,200." And then she's like, "I got like $36,000." And she's like, I'm a trust fund baby. My parents gave it to me. My grandparents gave it to me. And he's mad because he's spending like $400 every weekend, like going to the
Hmm.
rodeo or going to the like this. He's basically spending like all of his hard earned money on these dates. How would you feel like if your son was in that situation? Like, what would you tell him?
Well, first I would be like, that's his fault.
For real?
Yeah, because well, first I don't even think he would get to that point. Like, my son would know how to spend his money efficiently, but why? First of all, you're 18, so why
Mm-hmm.
are you going out here spending $400 anyway? I
Mm-hmm.
would have told him that off rip. Like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
That's your fault. But you know, I wouldn't even really concern myself with what the woman has, or wouldn't make that a big deal because that's her life and that's what she received as her blessing. I would just remind my son, like, keep working hard, keep doing what you got to do, but make smarter decisions. You don't have to do those things. If that's her requirement and that's not where you are right now, you need to understand that. And you need to be like, okay, I can't be with somebody like you because I'm not at the place where I want to be to equate to what you want from me, if that makes sense. Like, and I think that needs to be taught a lot. And I don't have kids myself, but a lot of times what I have noticed and in dating is that men will get mad at women because, they have expectations or they want things a certain way. Let women do whatever they want to do. Let people be whoever they want to be, but understand where you are in your life and be like, is this a place that I want to be in right now? Do I see myself financially okay or emotionally or spiritually okay to a point where I'm ready to date somebody or invest in dates and do these other things? Because if not, you're going to end up resenting the other person, and then you're going to be mad at them because you'll be like, I spent my money on this when you could have been making that decision from the beginning. So, yeah.
What type of requirements you got like on dates?
I knew you was about to ask. I knew you was about to ask me something like this. Requirements. So
Kid, I got come in your DM right now and be like, "Hey, I want to go on a date with you this weekend," and you'll be like, "All right."
Do I know this person?
It could be somebody random.
Just random.
Yeah.
I don't really go on dates with people I've never met. That's like one rule for me, is that I have to at least meet you in person one time. Or like there's people I might follow on Instagram, but I won't even respond to a DM unless I've met you in person, or
Okay.
it just happened organically that way. But one of my main requirements is for a dude to be himself. Like, please don't come on a date trying to just impress me and be somebody that you're not, because I will see through that. And that has nothing to do with money. It's all personality. Because if we can't laugh and you don't have me laughing, I'm probably not going to be around for long. So that's one of my requirements, is that we got to laugh together for sure. And he has to know how to have a good time. You know, don't ask me out on a date if it's just about to be boring, like generic type of dating. Like, I like to do fun stuff. So, yeah. Yeah.
That's cool. Is it like a spending requirement?
A spending requirement.
Like, can y'all go like cheesecake or
like to the Cheesecake Factory?
Like Chewy's?
Yeah, we could go to the Cheesecake Factory. Matter of fact, so this is so funny, but a couple years ago, I went on a date to Chili's.
Chili's?
Yeah.
No, that's cool. No, I'm cool.
Chili's is low-key my favorite restaurant.
You know they shutting them all down, right?
No, are you serious?
Yeah, they like all going.
Oh my gosh,
they're gonna be like
why
Red
would
Lobster.
you tell me that? I'm so sad. I gotta go today. I gotta go tonight.
Where they at? They like
cry.
They shut them all. They shut them all down in Pearland.
Stop.
The one in the Galleria shut down too. You remember the one in the Galleria?
Yeah.
It's gone too.
So you mean to tell me I can't get a triple decker no more?
I don't think so. They got some on the north side. I don't know nothing about.
I gotta go to Chili's tonight.
I'm always on the south side.
Hold on, I need to look this up. You just made me so sad. Oh my gosh. I gotta tell Raven. Well, it's one close, so I might have to go there.
Macy's closing. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
You know, it's like so crazy how things have evolved. Like, since I was a kid, things that I loved and like would go all the time, now they're just going away.
Like Toys R Us.
Yes, like it's
KB
crazy.
Toys.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I would love to take my son to Toys R Us.
I know, that was an amazing place. They should have never got rid of that place. Because kids don't even like play with toys anymore. Like, they literally just be all on electronics all day. Like, we used to have to go outside.
Yeah, we was outside.
Mm-hmm.
We was outside.
Yeah. Wow. I'm still stuck on Chili's.
For real?
I can't let that go. Like, Chili's do not close.
Why don't you buy them out? Just buy them all out.
No, I ain't got money like that. I got a little ways to go before that.
You can find it. You can find investors.
Yeah, you're right.
You can find investors.
Good idea.
Mm-hmm.
If I get a Chili's, people need to commit to come to my Chili's though, because we gotta stand together, y'all. We can't let Chili's go out of business. Like, how we gonna get them egg rolls and stuff? Come on.
Some fried egg rolls.
Yeah, they have the
with the corn. With the corn. Yeah, I ain't talking about.
That's the one right there. Man. We gotta move on. Too long.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
So you let Toro go. Yeah. You're still in real estate.
Mm-hmm.
So what else you plan on doing?
So I do have a nonprofit right now. I'm the president of a nonprofit. I've been working on that for 4 years, and I will be hosting an event this summer. It'll be one of Detroit's first ever celebrity softball games. So every year I do an annual camp where I give back to the community, and I have a certain amount of kids that go there for free. We do tennis, track, football, sometimes basketball.
You gonna play? You gonna play in them?
Yeah, yeah, I
So you can play
do.
football?
Football, yeah.
Okay.
I would do all of that. I was the kid, and I always tell people this. My dad would make me line up against my brothers when I was like 5, and I had to learn how to play football.
So you had to tackle? You was tackling your brothers?
Yeah, it made me tough.
Oh, for real?
It made me tough.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But I picked tennis, and now though I've seen like they have a women's football league or something like that.
You talking about Powerpuff?
I don't know. I don't know.
You talking about the lingerie? No, like you talking about the lingerie
I think that's what it is.
with the they just got the helmet and then they got like.
Yeah, I know. I know.
No, I'm asking. I don't know.
I've never watched it, but somebody sent it to me, and they were like, "You said you used to play football, right?" And I'm like, "That's not what I meant." But kudos to them because they really be out there.
Yeah, they do. They do. They be getting messed up.
Yeah, I was surprised. I saw that little clip. I was like, "Wow." But yeah, we host annual sports camps. Basically, our goal is we want to teach kids about the importance of sports and teach them about going to college. Like there's so many scholarships out there. I myself had a scholarship to go to college and do what I loved. So we want those same opportunities for kids. And youth sports in Detroit is really declining right now. Like when I was in high school,
that's everywhere.
That's everywhere, right? And I don't understand it. I don't know what's going on, but we're trying to find ways to keep kids super active in sports, and it's been hard, but we've been doing pretty well. We've been doing well. So
I think it's like the YouTubers and the streamers' fault.
You think so?
I think they see how they can get, like us growing up, like the only people we saw like that was minorities getting money was like basketball players and rappers and football players. So we wanted to be that. But now it's like they see how you can get money and not have to be an athlete or have to rap or sing.
Oh yeah, I never really thought about that. I mean, that is true, but I don't know. I think it's also it's just not as many activities around as it was when we were kids.
But you don't need you just need a goal and a ball.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not really no excuses.
Yeah. Well, also, like you said, the interest has to be there for the kids to want to go outside. Like, it was a thing for me and all the kids on the block to go meet up at the park. Like, that was our thing. Or, I knew that if I wasn't playing tennis, like, what would I be doing? Or it was kind of crucial. So I wish that they had a little bit more of that in the community right now, but that's what we're trying to push for. And we're trying to teach kids like, no, this is fun. Like doing this can take you here, or doing this will help you stay active. Like it's important. But a lot of kids just they don't have those interests anymore, but we working on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got like a lot of nieces and nephews?
I do. Well, I have 2 nieces right now, and then I have a godson. That's my baby right there. And then I just have like a lot of little cousins that I've always kind of mentored, taken care of, and then of course my little brothers. So yeah. Why do I give Auntie Bob?
Nah, but I mean you seem like you like kids or love kids.
Yeah, I do. I love kids. I love, I don't know. It's just something about it. Like I've always had like kids that just run up to me and they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, like let's go play," or something like that. So I've always just had a good connection with kids, and I one time considered myself being a teacher before I decided to go into business.
For real?
That was my real passion. Yeah, I wanted to be a teacher.
What age group?
Like preschool, kindergarten, maybe up to middle school. That's what I would teach. Cuz I think teachers are some of the most crucial and important people that we have. Like we need teachers, for real. We need to pay more attention to that. And that's why I was like, I'll go back so I can at least give back somehow, you know?
How many kids you plan on having?
So I think I want to have 3.
3?
Yeah.
Like all boys, all girls, or like a mixture?
I want twins.
You want twins? Like twin boys or twin girls?
Either or.
Are you gonna do the vitro the what's it called where you they make sure you got a twin, like they stick?
Oh wait, they doing that?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
did
think they
see
doing
something
that.
about that.
Like you can
No.
for sure pick the sex. I know that for sure.
See, I get a little scared. Like I don't like to play God. I like to let God just be God. You know, I mean, for people that can't have kids, like that's different. But I personally, like, I'm gonna just let God be God, and whatever happen. As long as I just pray for a healthy baby, healthy kids. That's all. So.
So you don't care if you have like all boys?
I think having a kid in itself is a blessing. Like that's something that a lot of people take for granted, or there's just people out here that just can't have kids. And I just pray to God, like when it is my time, that whatever He gives me or whatever He want me to have, that's what I want to have. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why you laughing?
You probably gonna have all girls.
You think I'm gonna have girls? Do I give like a girl mom? I feel like I gave like a boy
mom. I don't know. You seem kind of biased when you was like talking to your son. You seem kind of biased.
In what way? Explain.
Like you was like, you're not worried about what she got.
Oh, I mean,
like it does matter what she got, because why is she not? If she really like him like that, and she's sitting on all this cash, and she know that he don't have nothing, then why is she like? If she really liked him like that, she would have paid for a couple of dates.
So you believe that women?
I feel like in that age, it's not about money. I feel like you should be able to be doing free stuff. Okay. I feel like you should go to the park. Yeah. You go to Galveston, walk on the beach. You can do, because like tomorrow, she might feel different about him, or somebody else might come around, and then they're broken up and they're with somebody else. Like there's no skin in the game to be spending that much money. Okay, I see. Versus when you're older, you got you're mature, you got a car, you got a place, you're going on dates with them or with her, and then or vice versa, and it doesn't matter. Like you already understand. Like they might not be feeling you, and it is what it is. But when you're that age, and you're just solely working to take your girlfriend out on a date, it's like crazy. Like that's a pivotal age where you need to be investing.
I agree with the investing part, but everybody's motivation is different. I think some men find motivation in women, like, and that kind of is a driving factor for them. And sometimes that's a driving factor for women. But I mean, it all depends on the circumstance. But for me personally, and if I did have a daughter, I would be telling her that if a boy does want to take you out on a date, like he should be paying for the date.
No, I agree with that.
And it doesn't always, like you said, it doesn't have to be $400. And that's why I said I would be upset with my son, because I would be like, now you're only making $1,200. Why are you spending $400 on a date? Like that just don't make sense. And that's what I mean by saying that that's really his fault, because
he's trying to show her that he really, really likes her.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that there's other ways to show a girl that you really care about her, like getting something sentimental, taking her on a walk to the park, or talking to her about deep things. Like, I think a lot of times men think that it is always about money, and it is that way for some women, but I think there's a lot of women out here where it's not always about money. It's showing that you care for a woman in other ways. But I would be upset with my son, because I'd be like, why are you spending $400? Like, that just don't make sense to me. You only 18. You probably don't have a car. You might not have your own house or no investments. You could be taking half of that money and investing in stocks. And if I was, his girlfriend or whatever at the time, or if I had a boyfriend at age at the time, I would be like, look, why are you spending $400 on me anyway? You should be putting it into this. But a lot
Would
of
would you really be saying that though?
yeah, yes,
At 18 years old.
yes,
Okay.
yeah. I do. I mean, I've had situations like that when I was that age, and I would just be like, that just don't make sense. Like, why are we spending money on this when you and I both know where you are right now? Or like, but would I do that all the time? No. I've grown to the point where now I'm 26. I think about things differently for sure. So,
That's cool.
yeah.
Would you ever take a dude out on a date?
Yeah. Take a dude out on a date though, like
you pay for the date, like you pick him up and you pay for the date.
yes, I've done that before on a birthday.
Oh, on a birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, on a birthday. But we were together. We was together for a long time. So, I mean, that's like nothing. I think those things naturally come like when you have established or y'all are already established and stuff like that. But nobody should be up here like we spend way too much time counting, and when you're dating you always worried about what this person is doing for you or what this person doing for me. Like just date, vibe, see how you feel, and let the rest flow. Like who cares? And if there's people out here dating for that, let them do that. And if that don't align, be you and leave. I think that's the part that probably frustrates me the most when I look at dating or like these topics on Instagram or stuff like that. Videos I'll see, I'll be like, you stay in that situation knowing you were unhappy for a long time. We've all been there, but you kept doing it and you keep getting online complaining about it. That just don't make sense to me.
I think in those situations they invest a lot of time and money, and they feel like they're never gonna get that back, and they just want that person to change, which they clearly not gonna change.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Especially women, when y'all spend a lot of time and y'all love that guy, y'all just want him to do right.
That's true. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I think time is so important. That is the only thing that you can't get back, and you also don't know when it expires. I'm going to say that again. Time is the only thing that you cannot get back and that you don't know when it expires. Like, that's why it's so important for women as well, because I think we have a little bit more of a limitation on our time compared to men. Like, men are capable of doing things a lot older than women are. So that's why women put stress on it, because we'll be like, look, you could have just left me alone, or you could have just not wasted my time. Like, that's what a lot of women get upset about. It's not the action, it's more so like you wasted my time. So
yeah, y'all pivotal years in y'all 20s and 30s.
Yeah, exactly. So and I think times are changing now. Like, you see women, it's trending now, women are having kids more at 34, 35, 36. And I think that's because of the state of how relationships are just going in this day and age, which is fine. And I think also women are being okay with not worrying about those things. They're just kind of doing it whenever they want to, which I think is great too. So, yeah.
Was you a Kevin Samuels fan when he was alive?
Okay. No.
Oh, you didn't like him at all?
I'm not gonna say I didn't like him. I really didn't care to watch his videos. If I saw it when I saw one where he completely like belittled a woman, and I just scroll. I'm like, oh,
Scroll.
Yeah, I don't watch stuff like that. I heard, a couple things after, and I feel bad, now that he's gone. But
I think we need him back.
You need him back?
Yeah, we need him back.
Why?
I feel like his delivery was bad, but I feel like he was needed.
Okay.
Because it's a lot of women out here that they're not being held accountable, and they're not, like, they're just wasting their prime years doing them. And his whole thing was like, his whole thing in a nutshell was like, hey, inflation is going up. You need two income household to pay bills. He's like, you're gonna end up having like 4 or 5 roommates and having a bunch of cats in your house, and y'all gonna be splitting all the bills if you keep on acting like this. That's his whole message in a nutshell. That's what he was trying to show women, well, black women.
Okay.
And I felt like, he
So
didn't.
it was mostly about black women.
It was only black women calling. When black men called and they didn't have their stuff together, they was just worried about. Hey, how am I'm gonna get dates and stuff. He would check them too.
He would check them in.
Yeah,
That's my thing. Is like,
man, he used to check, man. He used to be like, hey, you need to, because he was like, this one guy called. I think he had 3 baby mamas, but he had all the kids. And he was basically like, no, you didn't go be working, you didn't go to school, you didn't be in your purpose making money because they get child support on you. He's like, well, I got all my kids, and he's like, okay, that's for right now. But if they decide to get their kids, then they're gonna put you on child support, and you're gonna be stuck.
mm.
So his whole thing was like, he used to check men too, but women would always call.
Because I think that's my thing with a lot of like people that speak about like men that give advice to women is why are we always so focused on women? Like I feel like the world would progress a little bit farther and faster if men gave advice to more men.
But
In the
men are always giving advice to men.
Yeah, but like not in a real way. Like not the way
I
that they give.
I strongly disagree.
Not the way they give advice to women though.
We men are told we're told the truth from day one. Like people don't sugarcoat things to boys or men. They're like, hey man, life is hard. You got to get good grades. If you don't straighten up right now, if you continue being a gangster, you continue being whatever, you're gonna end up dead or in jail. Like that's like reality's always hits us all the time.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I don't.
y'all are really like y'all. What's the saying? Like spoonful of sugar. Like y'all are giving. Y'all are. Was it coddled? Coddled? Was it coddled?
I guess you could say that, but I think that that's how, like, women and men, we're different. And we have to recognize that. Like, we do need to be treated a little bit different. Like, women, we're wired emotionally, men are more wired physically. So, that's why men do need to have things a little bit tougher. But I feel like now the state that we are in, that's shifting, that toughness is shifting more towards women, but women are more delicate. And what I'm saying by that is that focus and that like frustration should be geared towards men too. And I'm not saying not everybody does that because I've seen people do it, but I think we need more of it at a younger age and more of an understanding because there's men now getting to 30 and they're like, oh, like, why this girl asking for this or talking about these things or why things are going this way when they should be taught those things from a younger age. And that should be more pressed on men younger. I think that's the big thing because at the end of the day, men are built to be the true like leaders. We have leaders in society as women, and I think that's amazing. But I'm talking about in the household, men are supposed to be the leader of the household. That's what I
That's true.
personally,
I agree.
believe in, and that's what I know in my faith. And so I do want my man to be able to lead me, but if he's focused on like minuscule topics and little things, like he's not gonna be able to do that.
I feel that.
That's how I feel. But like and I've seen it. Like I've literally seen people where they'll get like super aggressive with a woman. Like she'll be on an episode and she'll just sit there and be talking and they'll be like super aggressive with her. Then the next episode, a man will come on and that person is just like, you know, don't say nothing, or ask tougher questions. And
You
I
talking on a podcast?
Yeah, like on a podcast. I've seen that before and I've just been like, why you don't have that same energy with this dude that you just had with this girl? So I don't know. But that's just my little 2 cents.
Would you ever play Pop the Balloon?
No.
What if it was like, what if you was a person and they was all like lining up, like trying to
Oh,
talk?
like me choosing?
Yeah, like 2021 to me. What about that?
Mm-mm.
You wouldn't do that either?
I'm not like, if that's what people want to do, that's what they want to do. I don't judge people.
What if someone was like, hey, I got $1,000, what's up? I'll pay you.
1,000?
What is that, like 5,000?
Mm-mm.
You still wouldn't, $5,000, you wouldn't do it for $5,000?
No. I don't care. Like, I don't want to be in a space where I'm just standing there and I'm letting like people choose how they want to see me, because I just hold myself, in my mind, I hold myself to such a high regard. In my confidence, I'm like, I already feel like I'm, here, or this is where I want to be. Like, I don't want to be in a space to allow somebody to decide how they feel about me. But that's just me personally.
But these are 20 guys that like you already, though, so they're not going to be dissing you.
Men, sometimes men ego are fragile, and if I get up there and I'll be like,
But if you like next, like he's just gonna leave.
No. Come on, now we have seen stuff like that where a girl has been like next and the dude totally like crashed out, like started tripping.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And I just don't care. Like, I don't care to hear that or see that. I mean, if that's what people want to do, all for it, let them do it. But that's just not something that I want to do.
Okay, that's cool.
Would you? You would go on Pop the Balloon?
I mean, I'm married, so I couldn't.
Oh,
I couldn't do it.
Yeah. That would totally be against the rules.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Don't do that.
That'd be bad. That'd be bad.
Not do that.
Yeah, I'll be all bad.
Yeah. But yeah, I just let people. I'm in this like space of letting people be, letting people do like whatever they want to do. I'm all for that. Be you. Do what you want to do. I'm focused on me right now. I'm doing what I need to do for myself. I'm locked in with God. I've been fasting. Like, I just have been transforming my whole life. Like, it's crazy how much a year has changed my life. But I'm so thankful for that right now.
Like fasting with just water? Like what type of fasting?
So I've done a couple different fasts. But I typically go to the Bible for fasting. The last fast I did was a 21-day fast, and I did not eat any food until the nighttime. I also just drank water throughout the day. I prayed 3 times a day, and I just kind of set the intention for that and talked to God about it.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. If you ever want to know, I can send you over some information about fasting.
Okay, that's cool.
I'll send you some stuff, but it's really helped me with discipline and stuff.
Does your mind get clear? Like you get more clarity?
Yes. Like, I feel like I could see everything so different, and that's why I'm so calm like right now, because the littlest things used to just trigger me.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
I think I'm there right now.
Really?
Yeah, I went out for my contractor last week. No, 2 weeks ago, because he took a week off and then he came back and then he was like playing. And I'm just like,
you was getting mad?
Yeah, I was mad.
That's okay. I mean, that happens. Like, we all have our moments.
Yeah.
But fasting has just reset my mind. Like,
do you yoga with it, or like
sometimes I do yoga occasionally, but mostly what I do is like meditating on the word, praying, writing it down. I journal like every day, but I'm just such in a space of like, I don't care about nothing else right now besides what I want to do. And that's because I literally prayed to God. Like, I asked him, I'm like, I need to lock in for 6 months. Show me what I need to do. And it was literally just a clear path of fasting. Like, people don't even know, if you sit and you just like sit by yourself, get a journal. This is some real, like, people gonna think I'm crazy for this, but it's real. Go by yourself, get a journal, get a pen, and just ask God to talk to you. And anything that you want to know, he will tell you. Just write it down. He's gonna tell you, like, things will start coming to you, or you'll start being able to, like, hear the word. You'll be able to write it down. And it might not happen right away, so don't get discouraged if it doesn't happen right away. But the more consistent you are, that will happen for you. And I can only say that from personal experience. So yeah, because I always go to him first, like, about anything now. Like, is this the right decision? Is this the right path? And if I buy this, is this a smart move? Like, I almost got myself into a contract, and I heard him. He was like, no, like, that's not it right now. So I had to pull myself back. But I don't want to. I'll get in here. I'll start talking about this for a whole hour. So
Okay.
I can go and talk about that all day. So.
Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna end it right there.
Okay.
Tell everybody your Instagram handle.
Oh yeah, my Instagram is _ Christina.J, and that is with the CH.
You don't be on Instagram like that, huh?
I know. I am about to start. I'm actually starting a YouTube, so subscribe to my YouTube. It's called Tina's Room. But I took a little bit of a break. I remember I told you I had that period. I just wanted to get back right with God. I took a break for like a year, but I'm back now.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming out.
Thank you for having me. This was dope.
Yeah.
I would love to have a session. You bring me back. I'll talk about God for 2 hours.
Okay, that's cool. Hopefully I have Miss Turner next time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Miss Turner. And also congratulations on your baby. She's doing so great. Like, I'm so happy.
Yeah, I'm happy for her too. I like her.
She's doing great.
She's a really nice person.
Yeah, she is. She is.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.